Wait, you mean in addition to learning all the new literacy standards, there are also new Math Common Core standards?
Yes. But don't worry, you've already been using them. We began integrating these last year and fully adopted them this year.
And you are just telling me now? A little late, don't you think? I suppose better late than never. So what do I need to know?
They have some similarities to the literacy standards, but they also have some notable differences. Like literacy, understanding the overarching structure of the standards is helpful. All grade levels should promote certain habits of mind captured in 8 standards for mathematical practice. These standards are the same at every grade level. They are: 1. Make sense of problems and persevere in solving them. 2. Reason abstractly and quantitatively. 3. Construct viable arguments and critique the reasoning of others. 4. Model with mathematics. 5. Use appropriate tools strategically. 6. Attend to precision. 7. Look for and make use of structure. 8. Look for and express regularity in repeated reasoning.
So kindergarteners have the same math practice standards as 5th graders? That doesn't seem right.
These will be implemented differently at each grade level, but the same thinking should be promoted. This isn't that new for us. We have been striving to create mathematically rich environments where students are talking about math, their strategies, and justifying their thinking since we adopted math investigations, only now our standards are better aligned. In addition to the math practice standards, there are also grade-level content standards. They don't lead to an anchor standard like in literacy, but rather they progressively build solid foundations. The content standards are organized into domains, but the domains evolve from year to year to adjust to the developmental needs of students. So the domains in kindergarten through 2nd are counting and cardinality. This one is actually only in kindergarten, operations and algebraic thinking, number and operations in base 10, measurement and data, and geometry. Beginning in 3rd grade, number and operations with fractions is added. Within each domain there are clusters of related standards. Paying attention to the cluster headings is important because there is meaning in them that is not contained in the wording of the standards.
So far it sounds good. So what's the catch?
No catch. In fact, it gets even better. In order to truly help teachers focus, 3 to 5 critical areas have been defined for each grade level. For example, in grade 2, they are: 1. Extending understanding of base 10 notation. 2. Building fluency with addition and subtraction. 3. Using standard units of measure. And 4. Describing and analyzing shapes. These can serve as a lighthouse in the night when teachers are feeling lost in the sea of standards.
This sounds too logical to be true.
Well, there are a couple places that have proven to be a bit tricky.
I knew there was a catch.
We are used to what we have done in the past. We are used to doing a little bit of everything everywhere, even when it feels out of place. The new standards give permission to really focus in on specific areas, but this means letting go of some things. And that can be hard. Sometimes content has been moved to a different grade level. All these changes will take some time to get used to.
See this piece of cheese? It feels like you were trying to move it with all these changes. Are you trying to move my cheese?
Maybe. I think so, but not in a bad way.
Lucky for you, I didn't like where it was before anyway. And what I hear you saying is that now I don't have to teach things like probability in 3rd grade? That concept always felt out of context. Instead, I can spend more time developing my students' conceptual understanding of multiplication and division, promoting fluency and application to real-world scenarios.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Another thing that's different and should feel good is that some standards are connected across domains. For example, standards in measurement and data are strongly connected to operations and algebraic thinking. Therefore, instruction should feel more cohesive and connected than before. It should help us avoid teaching standards in isolation.
Okay, I'm feeling a bit better about all these changes now. So, when do we get new resources to go with our shiny new standards?
While no resource is perfect, our primary resource, Math Investigations, is actually better aligned to these standards than any we've had in the past. Additionally, the Common Core standards and Math Investigations are grounded in much of the same research. The alignment between our resources and our standards should feel tighter than before.
Says who?
Says me. Just kidding. We always work with classroom teachers to help with this type of work. Have you considered applying for the math or literacy cadre?
Gee, that sounds like fun. But not this year. I'm busy learning all the new things you've given me. So everything is in math investigations?
Additional lessons have been added when needed and some lessons have been dropped. The Common Core Supplement offers explicit support for this transition. It's all in your pacing guides. I know it is a lot of change, but it should all feel like progress once we get in the swing of things.
Yes, between literacy and math, this year has a lot of change. Well, at least science and social studies are staying the same.
Well, actually, the next generation science standards are due to be released sometime this year.
Nope, don't go there.